answer questions about anybody in this direct examination, please try to use their first and last name. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Can you please state your name for the record?
J. Brody.
You might have to get a little bit closer to the microphone so it grabs you.
J. Brody.
Thank you. Can you spell your last name, please?
B-R-O-D-Y.
Where do you live, Mr. Brody?
Mauston, Wisconsin.
Say that first sentence again.
Mauston,
Okay.
Wisconsin.
I thought you said Boston. Okay.
M-A-U-S-T-O-N.
What is your current occupation?
I'm the superintendent of the 126 Combat Weather Flight, Volk Field, Wisconsin.
Is that with the Wisconsin National Guard?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in the military?
10 years.
What is your relationship to Nicole Mitchell?
Nicole was our commander at the 126 Combat Weather Flight. Co-workers originally, and then, naturally through co-workers, friends.
How long have you known Nicole Mitchell?
6 years.
How often would you see Nicole Mitchell through the Air Guard?
Roughly once a month. It was typically a little more than that, because when she would get a break, she would come down and do some extra days just to keep up with some of the admin tasks through the unit.
How often would you and Nicole Mitchell speak outside of the Guard?
I'd say at least once or twice a week.
Over the course of those conversations, have you ever spoken to Nicole Mitchell about her stepmother, Carol Mitchell?
Yes.
Can you describe those conversations?
Yes, absolutely.
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
It's a prior consistent statement.
I don't think there's anything. Well, approach it.
Mother.
Yes.
Can you describe what Nicole Mitchell told you about her concerns?
Yes. Maybe long-winded, I guess, because it was kind of an evolution of, naturally we talk about a lot of things as started with work, and they would be turned into our personal lives. And so she had expressed concern that Carol had was displaying evidence of missing things, and she was worried about her well-being. She was concerned for how she would take care of herself, and that she was missing some certain things, let's say appointments and things like that. So, sorry, trying to summarize that, but so I could go into great detail about a lot of examples, but that was the general idea of how those conversations evolved.
And did those conversations begin shortly after Nicole Mitchell's father's death?
Most of them. We talked about Carol and her father before he passed away. So.
But the conversations about Nicole Mitchell's concerns for Carol Mitchell began after Rod Mitchell's death?
Yes, sir.
Was it your understanding that Nicole Mitchell believed Carol Mitchell was deteriorating mentally?
Yes.
What sorts of things did Nicole Mitchell tell you that she had concerns about with respect to Carol Mitchell?
Like I said, some of the concerns were for her health and well-being. Nicole was trying very hard to help her through the transition after her father passed away, and so expressing things, like I said, like if she would miss an appointment, or there would be gaps in some of her memory about things, including like she would have plans to take the boys up to go visit them, and then Carol would have forgotten that they had plans to do that.
Was it your understanding that Nicole Mitchell was trying to help Carol Mitchell with any of that?
Absolutely.
Say that one more time.
Absolutely.
Did Nicole Mitchell tell you whether or not Carol Mitchell was accepting of her help?
She did. Nicole would tell me about it, and it would. Some would be received and some wouldn't by Carol. Like some of the help, and it seemed to coincide with those moments that Carol was struggling with something, like I said, if it was something like a missed appointment, and then the very next day she would allow it.
Did that back and forth seem to have an impact on Nicole Mitchell?
Absolutely.
Did Nicole Mitchell's concerns seem to dissipate as time went on or grow as time went on?
Grow.
Did Nicole Mitchell ever tell you about Carol? Strike that. You asked her that already. I'm sorry. Did Nicole Mitchell tell you about Carol Mitchell's plan for her father's internment on a date that Nicole Mitchell was unavailable?
Yes, Nicole told me about what had happened.
In your perception, how did Nicole Mitchell take that?
It was very upsetting for Nicole. She wanted to very much be part of anything that involved the grieving process and some of the events after her father's passing. So, upsetting.
Now, you testified earlier that you had conversations with Nicole Mitchell both before and after her father, Rod Mitchell's death. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Prior to Rod Mitchell's death, did Nicole Mitchell ever talk to you about her concerns about what would happen to Carol Mitchell if her father passed away?
Absolutely.
What did she say?
She was mainly concerned with Carol being able to, from my understanding, that her father had taken care of all the things like the bills and the finances and kind of administrative things in their relationship, and so it started, or the initial concern was that, how would Carol take care of herself or take care of those things and how much help she may need.
Did Nicole Mitchell ever have any conversations with you about wanting anything from Carol Mitchell or her father's estate? Sorry, say that one more time.
No, sorry, no.
Do you believe that Nicole Mitchell genuinely wanted to help Carol Mitchell after Rod Mitchell's death?
Absolutely.
Now, you've said you've been in the military for 10 years?
Yes, sir.
Have you deployed?
Yes, sir.
How many times?
5 or 6.
Throughout your military career, how many different commanders do you think you've served under?
I'd say about 15.
Have you trusted every single commander you've served under? Say that.
No, sir. And
Why
I'd
not?
say that caveat because there's a level of trust, but commanders have to earn followership, and they don't, or not all of them do.
Do you trust Nicole Mitchell?
100%.
What has Nicole Mitchell done to gain your trust?
Very early on, before I took the full-time position with the unit, there was events because of my personal life that have in the past with other commanders caused issues, mainly related to my daughter who has a terminal illness. And so immediately one of our first interactions was Nicole Mitchell going to bat for me with our higher headquarters command over some issues with my daughter's hospitalization and things like that. And so that's the first thing that comes to mind, that it was just different than what I had dealt with other commanders. And so that was the very initial moment, because she cares more about her people probably than herself in a lot of ways. And so like I said, that was the initial reason and what earned that trust for me.
And to your knowledge, was that sort of advocacy for her subordinates something that was only limited to you, or did it apply to everyone under her command?
Everyone.
Was there anything else that made Nicole Mitchell trustworthy to you?
Absolutely, a lot of things, and all of them tying in to the unit. I shouldn't say all of them tying into the unit, like the majority of them in the professional relationship, but then even knowing in her personal life, fostering children and her relationship with Sam and Liam, and when she had the baby and things like that, and knowing about all of these things in her life. And that's not those are unique traits for a lot of people, so all of those added to that trust.
Do you recognize or believe Nicole Mitchell to be a selfish person?
Not at all. I think that's an antonym to describe Nicole.
What things have you personally observed that make you believe Nicole Mitchell is selfless?
Within the unit, so many events and things like that. She would put herself last. So she was very much about morale and camaraderie, and she built that within the unit, which was evident in things like we have a climate survey that comes out every year. That goes out for all of the commands, and year over year our unit was ranked the highest within the state for the Air National Guard, which is a direct reflection of her command, and very, very easy to get knocked down. Sorry, that's derailing a bit, but she would pull together events for us, like go into escape rooms after we were done with drill or putting on cookouts and contribute to those. Covering, we had a holiday party that was it was tickets to get into, and she bought them for the entire unit because she wanted everybody to kind of collaborate and be able to enjoy the party together and so on. So
Suffice it to say that you thought Nicole Mitchell was a good person and a good commander.
absolutely.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald?
Good morning, Mr. Brody.
Morning.
Thank you for your service. Mr. Brody, you testified that Ms. Nicole Mitchell was very upset after the internment situation.
Yes, sir.
And when this case started, Ms. Mitchell was your commanding officer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you consider her a good leader?
Absolutely.
And a good leader makes sure that their troops are outfitted for missions. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Make sure they have the proper equipment.
Yes, sir.
Make sure they have the proper attire.
Yes, sir.
And you testified that Nicole Mitchell is a trustworthy person.
Yes, sir.
Would you consider her an honest person?
Yes, sir.
As a leader and a commander, you imagine people are put in a lot of stressful situations.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so if she says something in a stressful situation, we can believe her.
If she says something in a stressful situation, we can...
You testified she's an honest person, correct?
Yes, sir.
And she's a good leader. So if she's in a
Well,
stressful...
hang on a second, Mr. McDonald. Let the witness ask the question. Mr. Brody, you nodded your head, if you'd please
Sorry, Mr.
provide a
Brody.
verbal response to the last question.
I'm sorry?
You nodded your head to a question. We needed a verbal response, but Mr. McDonald didn't allow you to answer. So we're moving along here quickly. So why don't you back up, Mr. McDonald, a question or two, and let's
I apologize,
let the
Mr.
witness
Brody.
answer before you begin.
Sorry, Your Honor, and Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody, you testified that Nicole Mitchell is a trustworthy person,
Yes, sir.
and you just now testified that she is an honest person.
Yes, sir.
And you testified that as a commander and a leader, from your experience, those individuals are put in stressful situations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And they have to make decisions and answer questions in stressful situations.
Yes, sir.
And if they're asked a question in a stressful situation, we can trust that their answer is honest.
Not necessarily.
What's that?
Not in my experience, sir. Very many commanders that I have come across, especially in stressful situations, do not make the correct decision.
Well, I'm talking specifically about
Objection, Your Honor.
Nicole.
He's badgering the witness.
It's allowing the witness to complete the answer. Mr. McDonald, if you'd wait for the witness to finish. Please.
Sorry, Your Honor.
You may complete your answer, Mr. Brody.
Yeah, not necessarily. I believe that it's all in context.
But in the context of Nicole Mitchell, she's an honest person and we can trust her answers.
I mean, depending on the context, sir. I have experienced many commanders in dire situations, in combat situations, and not even that extreme. And how people handle those situations is different for the individual. So it doesn't undermine their trust or my trust in them or their honor. because people handle those situations differently.
Have you ever been under Miss Mitchell's command in a stressful situation where she lied to you?
No.
No further questions.
Mr. DeCray.
You testified that at some point Nicole Mitchell was your commanding officer, is that correct? Is she your commanding officer anymore? I think you have the...
Sorry.
It's okay. So her status as a commanding officer has no influence on your testimony today?
Correct.
Would you agree that someone's honesty is related to the context of the situation and not the person?
Absolutely.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Brody.